I see live people. I see dead people.
Hello everybody, you're now watching Game 2 in the series between Darkforce, the yellow Zerg spawning in the south position on Metalopolis, and Mouse Hasu, the red Protoss, spawning in the north position. If you haven't watched Game 1, I suggest you go back and watch it. So, spoiler alert! Hasu won. He held off some nice roach zergling aggression off 2 base from Darkforce, but Darkforce really overcommitted. He didn't sort of tech up or expand behind his aggression. He really put too much in, and Hasu was just able to push through the rocks on Typhon Peaks, and with a nice timing after his second base was up. So interesting to see whether we'll see some similar play from Darkforce, whether he'll still try and be aggressive. It's a big map. This is bigger than Typhon, and they're spawning cross positions. So this tends to favour the Zerg. Normally it makes it easier for the Zerg to get a fast expansion up, so we could be seeing Darkforce go for a 14 hatch, 15 hatch. But at the same time, it's pretty common for a Protoss to go for a Forge expand, and it looks like that's what Hasu might be thinking about doing. He's got a pylon on the low ground already, and a late good luck, have fun from these guys. So I think they must know each other. They are both German, as far as I know. But it looks like Darkforce not looking for the fast expansion. He's going to be getting gas up, then be quickly followed by a pool. And so he's going for the safer sort of speedling opening. Always, if you're worried about early Protoss aggression, that's a safer build to go to. Oh, Hasu stealing minerals. So that can be really useful. Those 5 minerals, they can come in handy later on. Anyway, so it looks like Hasu is going to go for the Forge expand. Not that surprising at all. This can be vulnerable to roach all-ins off one base. I've seen it in the GSL and other matches as well, where as soon as the Zerg scouts this, they might still put it the expansion, but quite often, once it's been scouted, they'll cancel it, and then just build a whole bunch of roaches, and cannons aren't really that great against a big number of roaches. They're very good at sniping them pretty quickly. So Hasu is putting the expansion down. And one cannon. It'll be interesting how many cannons Hasu decides to put down, as you want to get away with as few cannons as possible. Obviously you don't want to invest in the static defense too much, but if you don't build enough, then you lose if Zerg turns up at your front door with a whole bunch of roaches and speedlings. So speed is being researched. First queen is coming out. Sorry. And the hatch is going down, so it looks like Darkforce maybe not going for sort of early aggression against this expansion, just getting his own one up, and the first gateway now going down for Hasu. But Darkforce actually down by 5 workers, so I wonder if he's going to show this expansion and actually then go for a roach all in. So we might just let it finish, we might still cancel it. Now the Zerglings are chasing the probe away, so it'll be interesting to see if Darkforce does cancel this or not. It looks like he's not for the moment. Queen just looks like she's going to put down a tumour. So I'm not too sure what Darkforce is planning to do, because he is putting down the roach warren. So obviously he's planning to use those roaches sometime soon, and he is only on 1 gas, so he's unlikely to be sort of teching up too heavily either. Hasu now putting up another cannon and a Cybercore, still only 1 gateway. If we look at the units tab, just pros with 24 pros to 14 drones. So I think it's obvious that Darkforce he might well let this hatch finish, but I expect he's just going to use the lava from it, and then he's just got to start pumping roaches. We can see there already he's just pumped out 6 roaches, and these are quickly going to start moving across the map and really put the pressure on Hasu. He's got 2 cannons, but they're not supporting each other, and he's got another one up now, but this pylon's very vulnerable here. And there's only 1 other supporting them, so I'm just not too sure if Hasu's going to sort of be able to stop this. I mean, I love that from Darkforce, just sort of a BM overlord just hanging around in the middle of the map, because he knows that there's nothing that Hasu has to be able to stop it. Oh, some German. I wonder, anyone know what that is? Please let me know if you know what the German is. I don't really know any German. So here we go, Darkforce pushing in with this good number of roaches and speedlings, and I just don't think Hasu's going to be able to hold this off. He's just directing straight for the cannon, and then he's going to be able to take the pylon out, and this sort of wall-in's not going to last very long at all. Huge number of speedlings coming in now. All the probes coming off, and Hasu actually force fields off all his own probes. He was bringing them in to help fight off, but that's not helping, and Hasu now does actually have a Stargate, so if he can get a Void Ray out, that might just be able to turn things. But now these speedlings are going to be able to rip through the probes going up and back into the natural, but I think Darkforce might have this. It depends how fast. He's not going to be able to chrono boost it. He's chrono boosting out probes, I've said, apparently, but I don't know. I think main Nexus going down. I think Darkforce is just streaming in more reinforcements. He's now he still hasn't built any more drones, so he is pretty much all in on this. If Hasu can hold this, he's going to have quite a lead. Voider only 3/4 of the way done. If this comes out, he might just turn things, but I don't know. I think Darkforce has done enough damage. Another cannon going down. These roaches have really done well in taking out these cannons. I just don't think Hasu was quite prepared for this all in. It's very common to see against Forge Expands, but now the Void Ray's out, killing the roaches is going to be really effective, but I just don't know. I mean, now Darkforce is starting to produce drones. He's up by 3 workers. There's no way, I think, that this Void Ray is going to be able to sort of win it for him. And there's the GG. So yeah, nice game. Sort of that's what happens, Protoss, really. The Forge Expand can be risky. You have to be really careful with where you position things. Sometimes you need to double wall, make sure you've got cannons that support each other. That cannon there was really kind of isolated, and Darkforce, even though he put up the Expand and didn't cancel it, he just used it for some extra lava, and the Protoss, having seen it, assumed that he was going to be safe. But Darkforce went for the roach all in. So yeah, so 1-1 in this series now. I believe there is one more game, which I will be casting again after this. Thank you very much, and goodbye.